Hi there, and in this video I basically want to share with you how I'm able to get completely free assets to be able to make amazing games, such as this one that you're currently seeing. That it seems that everything is like perfectly fine. All the styles of the different assets match and combine perfectly. Or also we can take a look at this 2D RPG. Once again, we have a combination of different characters, enemies, weapons, etc. We also have decorations, so everything kind of looked perfectly fine. So you may know that the challenge sometimes when you're looking for free assets is to get assets to combine perfectly into different game genres, into different projects, etc. So today I want to share these details with you. So what you have to know first of all is that in order to get the assets for your game, you have two main ways, okay? And basically the first one is to basically buy them, and the second one is to get them. And the main aim of this video is to go into getting these assets for complete free, or even in some of these websites that I will show you, we are going to be able to also buy some assets. Because in reality, in this section over here of buying the assets, you have two main ways. You can either hire, okay, somebody to actually do this, or the second way would be to directly purchase some asset. And on the other hand, on the second way, in order to get our assets, we have different websites. That is the main way of basically getting the assets. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the best websites. And I'm also going to be dividing this into three different sections, okay? So first of all, we're going to be seeing websites in order to get images, okay, which are going to be for 2D. Then we'll also take a look at how to get audio, okay, which basically includes sound effects, okay, and music. And lastly, we're going to take a look at websites to get models, okay, specifically 3D models. So first of all, let's start with the images. And for the images, I'm going to suggest you two main websites. The first one is Kenny and the other one is itch.io. First of all, in Kenny, you can directly go to the asset section over here, and even you can sort here from the different asset types that you have, or even you can look here for any of them, for example, platformer, and you will find them right over here. The good thing about Kenny is that their game assets are completely free and also free to use. So whatever you find over here, you're going to be able to modify them, sell them, or mostly do whatever you want. Because if you take a look at any of the assets over here, you can check here that the license is Creative Commons, which is basically the CC0 license. And if you click over here, you're going to be able to read what this license is about, which basically means that you have complete control over the asset. So you can basically copy, modify, distribute, and perform the work even for commercial purposes, all without asking permission. Some advantages about Kenny assets is the fact that they are perfectly well organized. So for example, if we go to the 2D one, you're going to find a tiny town over here, and as you can see, it isn't that you have like hundreds of tiles over here. It is quite pretty well distributed. But this can also be a downside, because if you wanted to create, for example, an RPG game and you look for RPG over here, you're not going to be finding like only one pack to download. You will have to just take a look at some of them to create the one you want. For example, in the RPG that I created, I used some of the tiles over here for the decorations, and for the players, for example, I used this one that is called Tiny Dungeon, as well as some of the weapons. So you see that in order to create a full game, you may need to combine different asset packs because they aren't too big. So this is both an advantage, because you won't have to like mess around with thousands of objects or images if you just want to create something pretty simple. But if you do want to create something kind of complete and maybe that you can sell or whatever, you will need to combine some of these assets. And also the main advantage is that everything over here is completely free, and also we have seen that the license allows you to do wherever you want. Now, if you go to itch.io, this is not only limited to assets, but you have like a lot of things here. You can see games, tools, physical games, books, game assets, etc. So to go here specifically to game assets, it could be a little bit more complicated. So first of all, you can go to the game assets themselves, and here if you want to look for free assets, you can select, for example, here free. And well, you can also take a look at the specific type of game assets that you may want. What you have to know over here is that some of these assets may require to provide some attribution, or you may not be able to use them for commercial projects. It really depends on the exact asset pack. For example, let's go to the first one over here that I found. So this is basically published by one specific creator. Well, here you have like some demonstrations, etc., and you usually have in some post a license section, okay, that tells you, okay, what you can do and what you can't do. For example, in this case, you can't resell this asset pack. You cannot use it in logos, trademarks, or service mark. Or if you don't find it there, you may be able to find it on the more information section. Here, sometimes you find here a field for the specific license, or even in the comments sometime. Advantages of these asset packs is that they are much more comprehensive. So you can see they contain much more assets. So once again, this can be an advantage or disadvantage. If you really want to create something like complete that has dozens of things, then etcetera.io could be better. But if you want to create something smaller for something like a course, a prototype, a smaller game or whatever, this could be like too much information to handle. Because trust me, once you download this type of assets, you're going to be having hundreds of folders, hundreds of files, and sometimes it can feel a little bit overwhelming. Or for example, here in this other asset, in terms of the license, okay, it's over here, you have to credit the creator of the asset. And if you want to quickly find like what the license is about, you can press Ctrl F and then type license, okay, and you should be able to find it right over here. In this case, the license is the exact same one that we have in Kenny for this specific asset pack, Creative Commons 0. Which in this case here says Creative Commons, so it doesn't have the 0, but as far as I know, it here says CC0, so it should be the exact same one. So you can once again do whatever you want to do without having to give any kind of attribution. So indeed, for images, you have two main ways. On the one hand, you have Kenny, which is perfect for smaller games and prototypes because their asset packs are pretty small and targeted to one specific game. All of the assets that you find over there are completely free to use, modify, sell without any kind of attribution. And on the other hand, in etcetera.io, usually the asset packs that you will find over there are going to be much bigger. So if you want to create a smaller game, it could be more complicated to deal with so many files. But overall, you can even combine both of them to get the assets that you want for your specific needs. So now let's get to the audio itself. And for this, you have two main websites. I really like to use freesound.org or even YouTube. And once again, here you will still be able to use, for example, etch.io. The only difference here is that once you have a sort to only show you the assets and the ones that are free, for example, you have to look for either music or sound effects. So freesound is quite simple to use. You just go over here, type whatever you want to find over here. For example, I don't know, shoot. And you're going to be finding a lot of sounds. For some stuff that is pretty specific and simple to find, you may be able to find it here. And once again, make sure to always check the license. So for example, let's go over here, and here you're going to be able to see the license and what you can or can't do. But the main problem with freesound is that, for example, here I look for something super simple such as shoot, and I am not able to kind of be able to easily find the type of shooting that I want. So yes, its catalog is quite limited, and I don't really tend to use it like a lot. Maybe here in freesound what you can find the most are basically longer tracks that you could maybe use for some kinds of background music. And also for some specific sound effects or music, you can even just use YouTube. For example, if you look for free of usage music for games, you can sometimes find this kind of playlist, okay, which can really help you a lot. Once again, make sure to check the license in the description of the videos or even contact the creator of the music to check if everything is okay. But here, in order to find sound effects, I also really tend to use etch.io. So price free, for example, once again, remember you have to, if you are in the base web page, first of all, you find here on the left game assets. And here I like to just look for free assets. You can also pay for them if you want to. And here in types, okay, for example, let's look for sound effects. I don't think that you can look for both sound effects and music at the same time. So firstly one and then the other. And once again, here is just a matter of scrolling around and trying to find it. You can also just search here for any of them. For example, if you wanted to look for sci-fi, for example, then over here you can select the game assets once again. But well, the thing with this is that you cannot sort by price as far as I know. So you can start kind to see the limitations that you have with this, but for a generic game, you can just scroll down here sometime and find the type of sound effects that you want. Once again, let's just go to any of here, such as this one. And once again, remember to always check the license. So here, for example, I'm going to type Ctrl F, type license. And for example, here I am not able to find it. But if you read over here, you may use and edit this asset for both non-commercial and commercial projects. So well, there you have it. So in this case, for the audio, you have three options. So once again, here in YouTube, you're going to be able to find the biggest catalog, okay, but it could take some time for you to actually browse and find the type of asset that you want. You can also you can't use any kind of filter or sorting or whatever to find, for example, assets that are free to use or anything like that. But well, you're going to be able to find lots of sounds over there. Then in free sound, well, it's complicated because the catalog is quite limited, unlike YouTube. But it's maybe easier to look for a specific type of music or sound effect that you may want, and you can also quickly look at the license. And in each.io, okay, you're going to be having kind of like one of the biggest catalogs as well. Taking a look at the license is also quite easy. But the bad thing is that you cannot kind of combine sorting, filtering with searching for some kind of a specific sound effect that you may want. So you can start to see like the pros and cons of every single platform. So now let's get to see 3D models. Here we are going to be seeing some platforms that are repeated, such as Kenny and itch.io. So I'm going to go a little faster. So if you go to the assets themselves, you can just go to the 3D assets and start looking for them. The good thing about Kenny, by the way, is that you can, for example, you are in 3D and you look for any kind of specific asset. So for example, let's look for platform, and you're only going to be shown 3D platform assets, okay? So that's something that, for example, in itch.io, I believe that you can't do. Once again, here, completely free to use with a Creative Commons license, so you can do whatever you want with it without paying or giving any kind of attribution. In itch.io, you can, once again, go here to the game assets section itself. You can also just show free assets. And if you scroll down a little bit in styles, you can look for 3D, for example, and once again find here a lot of different asset packs. The bad thing about here is that, as far as I know, okay, if you want to look for any kind of term here, for example, no RPG, you're not going to be able to kind of look for it specifically. For example, I can indeed go to game assets, for example, but I can't kind of go to look for 3D models or anything like that. I may need to look for a 3D RPG, for example, and here I may be able to find something a little bit better. But once again, looking for specific assets is something that could be a little bit complicated. Or sometimes here the tags can actually help you. So for example, if you look for RPG, well, you have here RPG Maker, Action RPG, for example. Here you may be able to sort your things a little bit better. But well, as you can see, it can be a little bit more complicated to actually find what you want. Because here, for example, I have this tag, so let me once again put free, and here in styles 3D, so here I should be able to find things related to RPG in 3D. Then the other website is a Sketchfab. You probably know this one. It is quite simple to look for. So if you look for 3D models, well, once again look for RPG models, and well, you're going to be able to find lots of things over here. This is not usually like put here in packs or anything like that. You just have like individual stuff. So you may want to look for, I don't know, RPG character, for example, and well, you have here specific characters. You may want, I know, a weapon, okay, and you may find weapons. So well, if you want individual assets, Sketchfab is quite good, but when you want like a complete asset pack for a specific game, it may not be the best thing. And then probably this website, you also know it, it's Mixamo. So here you can also find some 3D models as well, but they are quite generic, okay, and also as you only have 3 pages, so well, for a quick prototyping they could work, okay. But the main thing about here, let me just select whichever I find over here that it looks cool, for example this kind of soldier. And the good thing about here is that you can put any model over here, upload it, and just apply any kind of animation. The good thing about Mixamo is actually the animation. You can see over 52 pages of animations, and you can literally just click over here, the animation is going to be applied, okay, and you can just download it right away and start using it. So in this case, for models, you have a total of 4 options. So the first one is Kenny, that we have already discussed, as well as itch.io. So the same thing that we have discussed previously applies here. And then we can also find Sketchfab in order to get pretty specific models that we may need for the game. And then also we have Mixamo, which is mostly only used for animations, because we saw that the main catalog for it are animations and not characters or models even. So well, I hope that all this list has been helpful, okay? So if you want, you can take a screenshot right now and save it for later. And also remember to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one and bye bye.